Wario. That being said, if anyone can do it, it is gotta be Erictho, and that's not only because he's an excellent player. He plays very patiently, kind of that Gluttony style where you see in Gluto versus Mia, lots of down tilts, walking away, taking your time in neutral. Right. But he also has a ton of matchup experience against Oat, who is the local Madison Game & Watch and is a very, very solid player in his own right, making PR on the Wisconsin PR, state PR one season. So this could be as far as I could tell, I did a little bit of looking into these guys, and as far as I can tell, Ploopy does not really have a ton of set history versus Wario, but that may not matter given how advantageous the matchup is.
The thing with Game & Watch 2 is he's already dead,
yeah,
man.
It's already suck one.
Already gone.
We were hyping him up the whole time.
Yeah, you have to watch out. Like, Game & Watch's game plan is so simple and so straightforward that it's very malleable. Right?
Yeah,
Ploopy can make very slight alterations, very slight timing changes to falling there, and it's a totally different game. It literally changes the scope of the entire matchup depending on which hit of nair he's falling
Exactly,
in, right?
exactly. Yeah,
you can't parry it anymore.
Yeah,
right? Depending on the timing.
You get those drag down into down tilts, drag down into F tilt, those weird confirms. It may not necessarily be 100% true, but they're close enough if you're not ready for them. And those are kind of things that you see from maybe these Ploopy being the #1 player in Kansas right now, and that's another uppy not ready to detect on the bike recovery there.
It's just
looking really good for
what do you do from this point, right? Wario is guaranteed to take 40%, right? Another down smash. Ploopy is just on top of every disadvantage option too, which is hard to do against Wario.
Yeah, absolutely. Eric is known in Wisconsin as the aerial movement guy. He's so careful with his baits, so ready, and he might need some time to adjust. I gotta stay glazing goat. I can't abandon hope quite yet, but I do think that this is really
it's definitely an uphill battle, and especially too, just because you have experience against Oat does not mean that Oat is the same beast as Ploopy.
Yeah,
he's gonna SD that stock, but he really thought that would kill. I did too. I forgot how heavy Wario is sometimes.
Yeah, he honestly lives like a second kill spark. I don't. Okay, that's it.
No, for sure. 160 off the top, you are done, Wario.
Double jump off of platform height.
Now I wonder if, because I know Eric is committed to Wario.
Yeah.
Did he mention anything, any of the Madison players, about maybe playing a different character against Game & Watch?
I gotta say he does generally do well into Oat, so I don't think he's had the need to do Game & Watch, or to think about doing counter picks outside of Wario. The other characters we could see from him are things like Bowser Jr., probably the next best character he's known for. Mario, I don't think we'd see the Mario here.
No,
that's already
not a matchup either.
Not a bad match, and we are seeing the Bowser Jr. immediately.
Okay. No weaknesses. No weaknesses.
No, in fact, this is the case. This is the case. Yeah.
I want to see what jab at ledge kills at. Let's see if he can get him the right percent for it. They go to Battlefield as well. I don't know how I feel about that. You're gonna get laddered so hard.
And also, Game & Watch really likes having the platforms to land on with down air. The earthquake hitbox for down air is just. It still surprises me to this day, despite having tens of sets in with Oat. I still just get shocked by how disjointed the key and its landing hitbox is.
Funnily enough, I've been recently seeing there's a tweet going around about Silly Jim, the 4th best character in the game with no redeeming qualities. He's dead, and here he is, Silly Jim on the
Silly
screen.
Jim, incredibly low execution.
Incredibly low execution, and he's top 4.
Okay, to be fair, I do have to shout out Ploopy. He has been showing us a Mia level combo game. He has been showing us an advantage state with essentially no holes. Practically every escape option that Erictho has thrown out in disadvantage to try to mix up the timing, mix up the immediately ready for the grab there on the landing and spot dodge into full combo, into extended juggle sequence. And finally, Erictho gets to play neutral again.
Of course,
We're seeing
of course, I want to make the distinction. I'm never calling Ploopy carry.
Not
remotely close.
Yeah.
He's absolutely a very strong player.
Of course,
And he's so good at using the tools of a good Game & Watch. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
No, definitely.
It's very clear that it's not like a Game & Watch pocket that a good player picked up. He is a good Game & Watch player.
Exceptional Game & Watch gameplay. The up smash there being, I believe it's -2 on shield. So virtually unpunishable for all characters. Maybe my spark. I need to fact check that. But
Eric having a good time just kind of carting around, but it's not going to get you to stock. Instead, Ploopy with the down tilt from center stage, killing it like 100.
Yeah, and honestly, this is looking about as the same as we saw. I think that was attempted at a 3 stock with a 9, which would be quite a clip. But this is not really looking much better than the Wario, which is
a bit unfortunate. I mean, I've seen you all day, Ploopy. I've seen you fishing for that 9. I've seen you down throw nair 9 about 5 times.
Really?
5 attempts, yeah. If you watch the double sets back, I think he went for it 4 or 5 times in a row when it was the 2v1 against Black
doubles with
Yes.
I don't believe it's no longer Library Vegeta. Now it's
just
Abraham Zura,
Abraham
right?
Zura,
Abraham Zura. Okay.
Yeah, just
Glad that
Abe
I'm-
Zura.
Abe Zura, yeah.
Yeah. Just shorten it. I'm not going to say Abraham every time. I'm not going to give him the full name. I'm not his mom.
Not the government license.
Yeah. He's not pulled over.
Yeah, he's not being
It's not the airport.
This is looking better though. Erictho is starting to build up an advantage state where if he can get this stock, you're in Game & Watch's big weakness is that he can't there's not a very safe kill move that he can be spamming in neutral, right? Like you think of Cloud Bear.
Did you just say Game & Watch doesn't have a safe kill move to be spamming in neutral?
Okay, but it's outside for smash attacks where you kind of have to
Right.
land on them, right? Like he's not if you're in the air full hopping.
Down air anti-airs.
Down air
Or
anti-airs.
down smash, I mean. Down air.
Down smash does also anti-air.
Down smash anti-airing, up smash being fully invincible and borderline unpunishable. I don't know.
I see that. I see that.
Maybe in ratio to how much he can rack up damage for sure, because he has pretty much the death. I don't think any character in the game, even Steve, has better damage racking or access to it.
Absolutely.
Because at least Steve's burst isn't fantastic, but Game & Watch he doesn't need burst. His nair's big enough, you know.
Yeah, and I think that it's just his intended weakness, right? He doesn't have a kill throw. He doesn't really have any kill confirms. I think that the developer vision, let's say, for Mr. Game & Watch was that he gets you to 100, 120, 130. Okay, now we're. Oh, that was really custom. Very, very impressive down jab lock punish there.
Just how Ploopy's using that top platform, you were talking about earlier.
Right.
He's just resetting his combos on it and just up being from the top. And it looks like Eric's gonna die in the blast zone.
Yeah.
Every time they go up there. Here we go again. Yeah, using that platform to reset, keep the juggle going. He's alive.
Yeah. So I think that was really good DI on there. It shouldn't be killing. I think that nair would have killed if Eric hadn't gotten the air dodge out. But I think that you really don't need to worry about it until 150 plus on a character with the moderate amount of weight like Bowser Jr.
Plus the cart.
Right. Also the
damage
cart,
off as well.
Cart hurtbox maintaining its own damage debuff.
Again. Wow. The spike hitbox not killing up top. More great DI on the nairs. Back air's going to take it out. But I think 64 is the most mileage he's gotten on a stock 1 this whole set.
There's definitely been some trouble from Eric in being able to secure the KOs. We saw it when he was able to bring it to 2 stocks to 1 in game 2. It was that he was holding center stage and really just swatting away Ploopy with the big disjointed Bowser Jr. aerials, those kind of forward air back airs. But yeah, the dash back F smash smashes are not landing.
Yeah, Ploopy wise to not overextend there.
Okay, catches him in time, mix up on the spin out. That's big.
We have a game. We have a set.
Yeah, we do have a game here.
Good old Wisconsin hero. I mean, you talked before, got to cheer for the Madison homie. I mean, this is the
Wisconsin homie right now.
This is Ploopy's the invader.
Also, it would be in fact, one of the largest upsets we could have in Top Cup being the 16 seed versus the 1 seed.
Wow, Eric 16. That's how you know how stacked this event is, because I feel
exactly.
The last maybe season or maybe 2 seasons of Wisconsin, I feel like Eric has been incredibly dominant.
Yeah, he's been in contention for #1. Absolutely, he's.
There we go. Get some damage on here.
That's the Bowser Jr. punish that you expect.
Oh, that hit.
And yeah, the F smash really just frames away from beating out Nair from ledge. But
yeah, sometimes you forget he's a full stock down here. Unfortunately, now he's lapped in percent. What do you do? And now Ploopy's very content to just kind of hug center stage if he wants to. He can rack up some more damage. Maybe wait till Nair comes off. But
okay, I believe that's stock.
Yeah, that's stock.
All right, winnable, we'll say.
For sure,
for sure, winnable.
But I mean, if Ploopy decides to play this really safe and just kind of go from really consistent safe nairs and just whiff punishes, then that's the bravest down air I've seen in my life.
I mean, Eric has been playing very evasive whenever Ploopy is holding a smash attack, so definitely wasn't expecting him to just hard commit to drift in down air on the Game & Watch up smash, but that's the Eric, but he gets parried by Ploopy.
Parried. I love that it's game 1 adaptation or understanding of the matchup at least.
Right.
Most people won't start parrying that until game 1 or 2. Okay.
Okay.
Ploopy almost dying to Bowser Jr. up air of all moves. That
no
move's
kill
not
through
supposed
here.
to kill. Yeah. Go through on the
you
game
go
and watch.
high.
Not for a long time.
Yeah, my gosh, yeah. Spikes with the down air. Good set. A good showing from Eric though. Definitely showing adaptation. Definitely showing that he was ready to have some sauce in the matchup with Bowser Jr. And I think that the switch was warranted off of Wario since that looked
that
really
very miserable.
Tough. Very, very, very tough.